on. Let me start it up and make sure it's going. By the way, you're welcome. I put you in my description.
Oh, thank you, man. You saw that Kieran video? That most recently?
Yeah, I think so.
Like I threw you under the bus there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't done anything to your house yet, because within as soon as that video ended, we kind of just left that server. I'm pretty sure your house is in a big hole right now.
My house?
Yeah.
Oh fucking god.
Because he threatened your house, saying like, "I'm gonna blow it up. It's gonna be a giant pile of nukes and stuff."
Oh well. Hi guys, welcome to the beginning of a podcast.
Hey, you started now? Come on, we started. You didn't freaking give me a heads up, man.
Sorry. I'm still kind of setting up, guys, so give me a second. We're both setting up. We're both kind of...
No, I'm ready. I'm doing it now.
Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Auxiliary, and welcome to a Destiny podcast. We're going to be talking about Destiny lore. I'm joined with Mr.Scarywaffle, a.k.a. Daylon.
You can just say Scarywaffle or Scary.
Scarywaffle. Well, that's your YouTube name, so... I have the link to his channel down in the description. Go over his channel, give him hit that subscribe button, and support him.
I'm here with Auxiliary Man, aka Mr. Fake News, Mr. John, Mr. Fried Chicken, and I'm not putting it in the description. He's just background noise. You know,
yeah, I'm background noise, guys. See, I'm loved by my friends. But anyways, guys, so yeah, we are going to basically talk about the Destiny lore from D1 into D2, and we also will, well, I don't know how you want to do it, Daylon, because we've talked about that before, but I really want to talk about...
Right now we're just winging it.
Yeah, we're just kind of winging it, just basically off our theories and stuff.
5 main topics we're going to keep 2, but besides that, we're going to branch off and talk about it, give our 2 cents about it.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, that something I do want to talk about eventually is the difference between console and PC Destiny 2.
That'll be another thing for another time.
Well,
I already have the 5 questions. Come on, man.
It's going to be more than 5 questions.
Well, no, but like these are the topics. Like these are going to be like 5 questions, and then we're going to kind of branch off. We're going to branch off these. That's how this thing works.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Man, we should have prepared like 30 minutes before we actually started doing it.
Yeah, I just
off the line 5 minutes ago.
I texted him on the Discord, and I was like, "Hey, Dylan, you know that idea for a podcast?" He's like,
yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it. We're crazy, but we can do it.
We're crazy, but maybe we get lucky.
I don't know. Okay, so Daylon.
For any disclaimers, whoever's watching my point of view, you're just seeing this picture until you're gonna see it for the whole time. Sorry, but I don't have any background stuff. I don't have that. There's a podcast I listen to, and they have like kind of like wavelengths to show who's talking and the stuff. Even though it's just me and John, but they have all that stuff, and I'm like, I don't have that. I'm just gonna put this picture up.
You guys, for my channel, you guys can see this lovely picture, but for now, it's gonna be my lovely face. I hope you like it. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go to this one because
disclaimer, they won't.
I have this picture. I don't really know. I was gonna want to play Destiny 2 and just kind of walk around and stuff. Go to planet to planet.
That'll be like a bit more of just a live stream, because a podcast isn't that. It's just talking. Basically.
Can you see how unprepared we are? He has to give me a lecture on what a fucking podcast is. I know what a podcast is. I mean, I kind of do.
Don't say you want to do a podcast if you're not going to do a podcast, okay?
I know, man. Good. Okay,
so first question.
What's the first question?
First question. What do you think of the Destiny storyline? Where do you think it starts off? Where do you think it should go? Like all this stuff. Basically, where it starts you off and how it goes on from there?
Okay, my answer, is that it?
That's the question.
Okay, so
what do you want about it?
What do I think about the Destiny 1 storyline? Well, I would like to say kudos to Bungie because I loved it. I really did fall in love with it. And as much as people were like, oh, the gameplay was short, the game was so small in both D1 and D2 before Curse of Osiris came out, the storyline was amazing. They tied it very well together. And especially in Destiny 1, they definitely did answer a lot of questions. You know, every time they released something, it kind of like filled in a space needed. Destiny 2 hasn't completely done that yet as far as filling in those gaps of story. But eventually, those answers will, or those questions will be answers.
Like, you don't know what's about it. It's just a big mystery for right now.
Exactly. And what's nice though is Bungie I don't know exactly if it's Bungie. I know they work with it, but it's the little comics that they started doing. It definitely.
It looks like the person who's doing like the Overwatch comics is the same person doing the Destiny comics
I wouldn't doubt it. Game developers like to
because
use.
their styles is similar.
Yeah, they do like to hire.
Very high on the borders and the shaders.
Yeah, but as far as the gameplay, or sorry, as far as the general stuff of the story, I really fell in love with the fact of I loved in Destiny 1 how the fact that your character got to talk. I mean, I've played games before like that, but it was really cool that the fact that you got, if depending on what character you picked, you had a different voice. Yeah, you definitely had a personality. That's exactly right. And I will have to say that I mean, the way they tied your character in and how you were like this like prophesized warrior, you know, and how like your existence is the reason the darkness will fail, you know, and the way they told that throughout the entirety of Destiny 1 was just amazing. And then Destiny 2 kind of like continued that off, but it wasn't really that big of a deal.
No, going with it. What about the other like storylines? Because it starts you off basically like you said, you are the technically hope of humanity. You are one of the guardian that they need. But what about like everything before then? Like it's like until recently, a lot of it wasn't really known.
Are you talking about the storyline before the Guardian?
Yeah, like all this stuff. Like they didn't leave a lot up for that. A lot of it was just speculation.
Well,
and they did give some stuff, but it was like they gave like Savala's video on stuff, but like that's not a lot.
yeah.
It's just showing little snippets of what happens, like a very jump in between time. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of that happened in between there. Like the six fronts. What was it? Was it the six fronts?
Yeah, it was the battle of the. Oh wait. Oh God, my stream. Guys, I just had a stream error. I don't know what it looks like for you guys. It looks like a jump.
Everything before this was nothing.
No,
static.
It just like lagged a bit. It's lagging a bit. I apologize for that, guys. It looks like the stream's still going. Sorry about that.
This is why I record and he streams.
I wanted to stream it, guys, because have you seen me do a video
that's
yet?
kind of how a podcast works, but I just wanted.
Wait, actually, I'll talk about that later. Sorry. But about the pre-lore of the Guardian and the storyline of Destiny 1, I will have to say that what makes Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 such a great game is that I like to think of the storyline like reading a book. You get to kind of picture and visualize and make it up for yourself. You know, you don't like the Bungie allows the gamers, the players, to almost make the storyline themselves by making the predictions, because of course all the theories and all the Destiny timeline projects that are out there on the internet, those are not really all fact-based, and of course they're not all backed by Bungie. I was talking with Daylon, you know, a little while ago, and we were talking about
the reason why this podcast came into an idea.
Yeah, because we were just talking about this because we were trying to play 7 Days to Die. But anyways, that's another story for another day. But we were talking about, like, you know, who was the Hunter Vanguard before Cade? It was Saint 14 before Zavala. It was Osiris before Ikora. Who was the Hunter one? And I think they might have said it. Skolas. Was it Skolas? I think it was Skolas.
No, Skolas is the leader of the
Not Skolas.
House of Wolves.
It was that one guy from that one strike.
Guys, I think Skolas was the leader.
No. No. It was one of the Fallen where it was a strike on the moon. He went on his catch, but he's the one that killed the Hunter Vanguard, and I think they said that in D1, or they might have talked about it.
It's I don't know. I'll probably edit in a picture of him now. Or
yeah, show that picture. But that's the guy.
I'm pretty sure I won't.
That's the guy that initially killed.
I'll probably put his name in like the lower thing, seeing what he is.
But initially though, he whoever that was, that fallen soldier or whatever, he had killed the old Vanguard, Hunter Vanguard, and because Cade losing a bet or something, he ended up becoming the Vanguard. And but what's nice though
I
is
wonder
you
what he would have got if he won.
but that's the thing though, is you get to visualize, you get to make up the story. Like, you can start using your imagination. Like, exactly, like what it would happen if he won that bet. You know, what would have happened? You know, what was that bet? You know, you get to fill in the little pieces for yourself and make it yourself.
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
Am I right or am I right?
He wouldn't have met Colonel.
Oh yeah.
That's about it.
But
too much else. Well, I mean, he's very important.
it's
I mean, he is Rasputin.
yeah.
That's a whole nother discussion, another question for another podcast.
Yeah. But still though, that's kind of my answer. I keep kind of stuttering. I just want to say though that the Destiny storyline altogether, between D1, D2, all of its expansions, it's beautiful. Everyone hates the fact of being forced to pay for the DLCs and the expansions in order to keep playing. But you know what? I will have to say.
But like, I mean, I'll let you say. Let me say my thing afterwards.
I was just gonna say, like, you know, as much of a pain in the butt it was kind of worth it if you really liked the game, if you really could appreciate its artistic style. Like,
sorry.
No, keep going. I've kind of finished that.
What I was gonna say was that most people tend to think like, oh, DLCs is just like, I don't know, they add on one mission or a couple missions, and given Destiny doesn't have that long of a DLC mission, they change a lot of stuff. Like with the D1, you only had like what was it? You had the home base, which changed between the game. There's
Wait, I mean like the tower?
I'm talking about D2 because like this is
so going from the farm to the new tower?
Yeah, that's the
okay.
Whatever home base it was then.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are at right now or what they know.
Yeah.
There was that. There was Earth. There was Titan. There was Io, Nessus, and there wasn't much else.
Yeah.
But a DLC comes up. They give you a whole new battlefield. They gave you Mercury, and they increase the story, and they give you new missions, new weapons, and they increase like the stats you have to get. Like the max level before this was level 20. Afterwards, it was level 25. So
Yeah.
basically increasing the stuff. They give you new items. It's basically like a Overwatch update, but like they release basically more like, it's not like it's not like the Blizzard update where they give you new skins and just a new map. Like it's like the Uprising update where they did give you a bunch of new stuff, but new skins and stuff. But they increased the story.
Yeah.
So.
But no, you're exactly right. But honestly, I will say
sure,
that
like, other games just have like. I saw this funny comic where it was like DLCs back then. Oh my god, 20 new missions, 10 new characters to play as. It basically changes the whole game. And then it shows video game DLCs now, and it's like DLC red skin pack, DLC blue skin pack.
Yeah.
It's just this isn't like that though.
I mean, honestly, I will say this, that like, even though they kept changing little things, what was nice though is you're not doing the same thing. You know, every time they added something new, it's like every time they do an update, like a seasonal update, like they're about to do the Crimson update, the Valentine's Day update. It's nice because technically speaking, it is the same general stuff.
Destiny? Is that like the new DLC, or is that like something else they're just adding into it?
No, the Crimson update is basically their Valentine's Day seasonal, kind of like how they had the winter one, which was I forgot what it was called.
I'm guessing this one would just be shorter.
I guess. I think it's a couple of weeks. But the thing is though, is like, see, when they do little things like that, you see, most popular video games do this. You know, they have a seasonal event, and of course you get certain things. But what's nice about Destiny is how creative you can be. Like with other games like Call of Duty, you know, their seasonal stuff is a couple skins maybe, but they don't really get into the personalization. Or I can't say that because that's not really that true. But like you kind of, I don't know if you can really understand what I'm saying, but it's just how personal you can get with making your character, and how, you know, like with it's hard to explain. Let me go to Overwatch. Because like with Overwatch, you know how you have like all your seasonal stuff, and then you can like buy it, you know, for cheaper when like a whole year cycle goes by, you know.
I have to say the big difference between Overwatch and Destiny is that you do have to buy the DLC, and then other one you don't.
Oh yeah.
Then again, Destiny has so.
No, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about DLC. I'm talking about the seasonal events. Like, you know how, like, for the
Oh.
winter one, like, when the winter came
No,
out.
similar for that one because actually, no, I wouldn't say.
Well, I was just gonna say that, like, I always do appreciate, like, again, it's the little things they change.
A little change in it, what they don't have to pay for.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay for it, and that's the problem. Like, if you really want to get, like, really good skins and really good bonus stuff in other games like COD, you have to pay real money, or you have to use a bunch of in-game points in order to get it, and you don't have to do that with Destiny. Like, you can do little tasks, like you can do Crucible, or you can go out,
I don't like Crucible.
or you can go out and kill like 100 enemies, you know. And what's really cool is
you gotta choose what you want to do. Unless like, you want to do story missions, then you don't get the choice. But
but I mean, the adaptation of the what are they called?
2-year-old life.
Oh God, what are those things called? The ornaments. I really love what they did with the ornaments. The faction rally ones, that was a pain in the rear, but it was really cool.
You can always be stuck with not stuck with. You can always be with it or New Monarchy or Future War Cold, but like you have to constantly keep check on it and stuff. I wish like you can assign to that.
Yeah.
Like the last one, D1, you were kind of just stuck with it. Like you were given that choice. I like how you can switch and stuff, but they don't really do much else. When you beat, like I'm pretty sure after the 3rd faction rally, if you did all 3 of the stuff and you have all their gear, what's the point?
Yeah, but that's the nice thing though, is every time an update comes out, you know,
more stuff.
Yeah, more stuff. What's the next question? Because I feel like we dragged this one really far.
Oh, dude, we have to talk for like an hour and a half. We're gonna be dragging these things through the mud and stones and lava.
Yeah.
All right. Next question, number 2. What is your opinion on yourself, the main protagonist?
So the Guardian.
The guard, you basically.
Well,
we're all the protagonists in the game.
I think I'm a total badass.
Okay, calm down there. I meant like a lot of the situations.
I'm
like,
a badass.
D1, you're kind of like you don't get a lot of say in what you want to do. Like you're just told what to do.
Yeah.
Really. Like you're just following orders. You're like, oh, he's an amazing guard. He knows what to do, but he's not.
In
D1, he doesn't make the plans. He doesn't do all this stuff. He just sits there and follows orders. I wish my character got a bit more say in it. Like my character actually looked like he knew what he was doing. He's not just sitting there. He's not just a walking gun.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and again, going back, I will be referencing a bunch of stuff me and Daylon were talking about because that's kind of where I remember it. But something I was saying is, the character, there is way more to your character than meets the eye. There's gotta be, because
I wish they would show it though. That's all I'm asking. Because they don't show it. They're just like, I'm literally just a walking gun.
Yeah, I know. You're basically what you're saying is
the ghost. Like,
they need to take the background lore and show it, like bring in Saint 14 and what his predictions were. But he's dead, so that's not really possible. But still, right?
Holograms.
Is that what you meant?
They bring him from the future. Or past. No, sorry, past. What am I talking about? He's alive in the future. They bring him back.
But here's what I gotta say. There's more to your character than meets the eye beyond belief. Because
next question. This is leading off topic.
You interrupted me twice.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
This is what it's gonna be. Okay, calm down. We're gonna be interrupting each other.
I know.
But I'll say sorry and like continue if it doesn't mean much. But if I stop you and I say no, hold on a second, it means that I really want to answer this.
It means shut up. Your opinion is not mattered. Let me talk. No,
I'm saying what I'm saying is something I really want to know. So, would you say Lord Shaxx learned from Saint 14?
Yes.
You see how crazy Lord Shaxx is, right? Like how he's like insane about violence and stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think Saint 14 was like then? If
Saint 14 was.
Do you think it's just Shaxx's personality? That's just.
It's just his personal ego, in my opinion.
Like if he's learned from Saint 14, like, oh my god, what was Saint 14 like?
I mean,
he did threaten Osiris.
I believe Saint 14 was a noble guardian.
He was normal, but I don't think he really knew where his head was a lot of times. Like, he went into the infant forest. That's how he died.
Well, I mean, he is a titan.
Okay, calm down. Mr. Who said all guardians don't truly have big differences.
They don't.
It's their armor. It's their
I
armor. But
shout
that's
out.
a question for later. Another.
Okay, fine.
Main protagonist.
Oh yeah.
Just,
Wait, I never really did answer that about the main
ahead.
protagonist. So I want to say that there's definitely more than meets the eye when it comes to the main protagonist, you as a guardian, and I believe that Daylon's actually kind of right. They do need to show more of the backstory lore in a visual aspect, like actually put into the game, instead of having the players second guess it and have to do all this research, which could end up being just complete bullshit all on its own.
It's not the background. It's just like how they are now. Like they just show them as.
No,
just
that's the
fucking
thing.
guns.
That's the thing.
Is that how they were in the past? I guess
Well,
that's how we are. But
there is lore involved that could be that could be extremely sufficient to understanding exactly who you are as the guardian. Because here's the thing. Apparently,
no. I'm not talking about their.
let me
past.
kind of jump ahead in scheduling and let me talk about a little backstory real quick.
Okay.
So,
I'll say.
Saint 14 apparently prophesized you, the Guardian, coming into the city and basically being the hero that destroys the darkness. So basically, he fought as hard as he could to ensure a safe arrival for you. So
Well, I mean, he was just a Titan.
shut up. I did say that. But that's the thing. If that is in I don't know where the timeline what the creators of that timeline got that information. I think it's in the Grimmer cards of Saint 14 and they just translated it into that. But if that's true, then your guardian is prophesized. That means your guardian is special. Like the thing is the way Destiny kind of says it. Like, yeah, you're this badass guardian. You went out. You killed the Black Guardian. You went out with the fire team. You killed Atheon, Crota, Oryx. You killed Axis. You killed Gaul. Like, yeah, but
Well, technically, the Traveler did. You just kind of killed his body.
I know, but yeah. But the thing is, though, is that yeah, you could have been the guardian that did that, but if you're a prophesized guardian, that means like in the timeline, in the books, it basically says that you are this person and you are going to be doing this. You're going to be this hero, you know?
It's like Naruto. Like you started off doing little things. Like we just we defeated Gaul. We defeated the guy from the Hidden Mist Village. Like we have so much more. We have to defeat like so many other.
Yeah, and can you imagine?
Naruto or not?
And I know
I don't. But I just know. Like my sister, she played the games, so I know a little bit about the enemies you have to face.
Yeah.
But that's basically where we're at right now.
Yeah, but I never watched Naruto, so I can't really agree or disagree.
I didn't watch a lot of it either. Like I'm missing basically. I only know what 2/10 of the the episodes, so I don't know much.
Hold on. Okay. Going off of that though, what I'm gonna finish up and say is that.
By the way.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. What I wanted to say is that I wish they could talk about with your character. Oh, and you're exactly right. I'm not saying you're not right with the fact of like they do just make the Guardian almost look like a mercenary for the Vanguard. Like a mercenary scout. And you're right, Daylon. He is completely right. Because pretty much they keep sending you out mission and mission and mission, just killing and killing and killing and killing. They don't really talk about a lot of a saving aspect other than the fact of, your killings are helping the city and surviving. And that's great and all, but I wish they would just bring in more about who you are. What I want to know is who you were in the past, because Guardians are selected based on what I believe, of course, who were they from the past? What made them in their past worthy to the Traveler for him to send a ghost to find you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave it there because I feel like I can talk about this subject for ever.
We've only been doing this thing for about 23 minutes, so that means we have a bit to go. And we're only on question 2.
Hey, I got some chicken scratch questions.
Huh?
I have some chicken scratch questions.
Really just small ones.
Yeah, they're small ones.
We'll put it towards the end after number 5.
Okay.
Because after 2, the first 2 are the big ones. After that is just smaller ones.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hold on. What were your questions? What was 1 and 2?
First one was Destiny storyline. What you think of it? Number 2 was what do you think of the main protagonist, which is you yourself.
Yeah.
Then there's 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Then the other question.
2 was what do you think of yourself?
Yeah. I just wish like they gave me a bit more stuff because like just you said, I'm just a hired gun so far. Like I haven't proved myself. I haven't proved myself to be a tactical genius. I guess in a sense, if you go to do the
Well, also wait.
gun run. What was it?
Also,
okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but also this is sorry. Finish your thought. I'm sorry. I guess not that important.
The I forgot what it's called. The gun runner raid. The one with Thumos.
Gunrunner.
No, not Thumos. The Brakazan. The green Cabal guy.
Callus?
What?
From
No.
D2?
D2 is one of the bosses in the strikes.
Oh, in the strikes.
Did I say
Oh.
raid?
Yeah, you said raid, and I was like,
Oh, sorry.
Callus?
I
Yeah,
was
that's why I
thinking-
got confused. That was good.
I was gonna say heist from like GTA, like the gunrunner heist, but I'm like, that's not right. Yeah, Brakazan from the strike. The closest we ever got to where we thought on like by ourselves without having the ghost or like a guardian or like a Savalo or Ikora or Kay telling us what to do or something or someone else
Yeah.
is when we went took the well, I guess in a sense Kate hinted it, but like we took the tank fuel cell and just went and shoved it in a pipe and boom, explosion, and we broke the system or something.
Yeah.
Which literally just made us look suicidal at that point.
Yeah.
Because we literally just picked up a raw radioactive material and threw it down a very heatly compressed pipe. Like if that's all we have for an intelligence, we're not that special. We're just all might, not bright, basically.
Yeah.
Because I just wish they had no I want to face an enemy. They have no idea what to do, and my guardian comes up and he
actually makes a difference.
Yeah, he does something. He or she does something about it. Like they actually do it by themselves, or like the ghost doesn't tell me what to do.
It's
the ghost is like we can't
it's
do
basically
anything,
it's like taking your character and putting the character aspect of like Osiris.
We're the freaking things to destroy the darkness. If we're just hired gun, freaking, what's the point?
Yeah.
We have to show something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, given we killed everything, but
yeah.
Still. Should we skip to question 3?
Let's skip to question 3.
Okay.
We're dragging
question 3.
this
This kind of goes off with the the Brakazan thing. What do you think of the bosses that we have defeated so far? Basically everything from what's the Archon Priest we defeated in the second D2 mission.
Bosses on just all the
basically
God dang it.
Boss.
Any boss, okay.
Any boss we've had so far, from the Archon Priest and the Fallen Archon Priest and the Catacombs. Or was it Catacombs? What is it? What was it called? In the old Russia something. I don't think it was called Catacombs. It was called something else.
Oh God, I don't remember. It's been a while since I played D. Wait, that's D1.
D1, yeah.
Oh God.
What's the place? Old Russia, or Russia something. Whatever. Regardless, from defeating that all the way up to defeating I guess what's the newest?
Basically, from what you started at till now.
Yeah, basically every boss you defeated, then raid, strike, storyline mission, everything.
So I will definitely say that it's kind of funny looking at every time they add a new boss, of course it has to look meaner, it has to be more fierce, and of course it has to introduce a threat that the Guardian has not faced yet, and it's supposedly supposed to be more dangerous. I mean, the only thing I disagree with that, and I still believe the Taken are definitely the second worst enemy. Above that's the Vex, of course. But they made Ziva, I'm not kidding, Ziva was dangerous, but I look at Ziva. Stop it. I know what. God dang it. No, but I don't look at Ziva as really that big of a threat because I look at God dang it. I don't look at Ziva that big of a threat, and I truly just
I really had to keep myself from saying it a third time.
God dang it, Daylon.
Sorry, I just good.
Oh God, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Ziva's not that really big of a deal, and I feel like it's really just
Oi,
a
10.
concept. It's kind of a concept of the Flood from Halo, you know. Of course, it's Bungie, so of course you're gonna see stuff like that. But still, you know, it's like you know.
No, but like when you first defeated the Archon Priest, you felt like you actually did something. Like even the ghost, like, oh my god, we just killed an Archon Priest. Like that was probably a big deal. I'm pretty sure most, well, maybe not most, but like so like a lot of guardians don't really get to that level. Really, I think.
Yeah.
Because well, at least on their first day of being alive or being rebirthed. But like, what was the other ones? Like a lot of the D1 bosses and stuff, like the raid ones, or not the raid, the strikes. Like they seem like really important characters. Like there was Sepex Prime, which was like, what was it, like the main servitor in old Russia.
Yeah.
And then there was who was the other one? There was the weird ogre thing in the moon, whatever the hell that was.
Ogre on the moon.
Just
That was the abomination, right?
yeah.
The abomination was so the way
they're making stuff down there basically.
The way they usually talk about things like ogres, they always talk about them like they're like the pet, like they're a pet creation, a pet warrior.
They do seem like it, to be honest.
Yeah, but by the way, I apologize, guys. I'm trying to make a background for you guys because I'm tired of you guys looking at my face.
Something?
Yeah, I've been putting like a slideshow together they can look at. But no,
I'm just sitting here like one picture. That's what they're stuck with. I'll probably change it up each podcast, but like something. But right now it's that one. But you were going with the abomination.
Yeah, the abomination was like think of, like, I hate to say this, but it's the only way. No, actually, I can't say that. So think of it this way. So like the ogres are like German shepherds, and the abomination was like, I don't know, a tougher German shepherd, I guess, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, you see that just like, because it's a strike boss. It means something. It's some importance, whether or not it's just something we would have to kill because we don't have to defeat it later.
Yeah.
So imagine a guardian like defeating, like going on its first mission, just seeing that thing walk out like the sewer pipes, take care of.
Yeah.
But yeah, like each one of these, each boss you have to defeat has a purpose for being. Like, it's better to be gone than there.
Yeah.
Even if it's just an abomination that they made. So, I'm just trying to figure out what, like, that was the only one where I saw really no importance in the boss, like, it from actually being a boss. Like, given it's, besides that, it's, like, super strong. But, like,
well, like, think of it this way.
It's not like Dominus Gaul. It's not like, Sepex Prime.
Well, keep in mind, it was a strike boss. Keep that in mind. It wasn't a raid boss.
It has some importance, which I think is just like its abilities. It didn't have a title with it. It's just an ogre.
Yeah. Here's my thoughts on bosses like the abomination boss, the ogre. Like I said, they basically, I'm pretty sure the abomination was an experiment, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah, it was basically
gone wrong for us, right for them.
Yeah. It's kind of like
around when we got involved.
It's kind of like an interesting thought to think about. It's like, yeah, you're exactly right. Abomination gone wrong. Now we gotta kill it because it's plaguing us, and it potentially could kill us, etc., etc.
And if you're bad in Destiny, it did kill you when you did the strike. If you're that big of a Destiny fan, but let me just say this. This is a very quick thing. I liked it when they would have the pre-talks and stuff before the mission, or something started on the loading screen, because they don't have that anymore, I don't think.
Which loading screen?
So the D1 loading stuff, like they would talk about the mission before then, because like they had no idea what they're getting themselves into.
Oh, the cinematic.
Yeah, like the pep talk.
Yeah, the pep talk. I like that.
I liked it because it was like they were talking about it, but like some of the times they're like, I don't know what it is, you gotta figure it out, and like they could walk through it, but like now it's just like I don't know. I just liked it before. Can't explain it.
Yeah.
What's another boss? What was that Cabal one on Mars? I forgot who that was.
Cabal boss?
Yeah, on Mars in D1. Now that I'm actually focusing on what I'm saying, I really hear my lisp and I hate it, but that's how I talk.
I could pull it up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I actually have my phone near me, so I don't have to use my. So I don't want to use my computer because it's just gonna get stuck on the screen. Ball, strike, boss, D1, go. All right. Come on, images. No, I don't think it's a red guy. What was the name of that boss? Winter's Run, Cerberus, the Nexus. I don't think that's it.
It's been a while since I've known names, but I know like it.
Oh, that's awesome! I saw this funny picture of all the Destiny 2 bosses, and this is it shows a picture of each boss. This says thank you for being not you, fun and exciting bosses, and like it's like each boss, and then the middle one is the invisible guy, the fallen one on Nessus. You know that one?
Wait,
something the deprived or something. The fallen boss on Nessus on D2. The one that's always invisible. John?
No, sorry, I know who you're talking about. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I blinked out.
Okay. In D2, the Nessus fallen boss.
The Nessus
boss.
fallen boss. Oh, yeah. He first has guns, then he turns to swords.
Yeah, that freaking annoying asshole. So he's the one, like, it says, thank you for being fun and exciting bosses, each word for, like, each strike boss, but in the middle it says not you. So it goes, thank you for being not you, fun and exciting bosses. And the not you one is the invisible guy. It's funny. Because he was a pain to deal with, man. Okay, we're really losing track here because, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just want to find out that boss. Who is he? I don't think it's Valis, no. Who are the... Oh, I think I found him. What is it? Valis Ta... Ursi? It's spelled... Cerberus Ve the Third, I think it was. What the hell is that? Really his name? I'm seeing like so many pictures of like different things. John, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, I'm.
Okay, jeez. Okay, so it's... Oh my god, they have like so many names for what they call him. It's either like Cerberus or Shaal.
Yeah.
Shaal? Is that his name? Shaal?
I don't know.
No, that's another. I don't. What's his name? No, Valis 2 RC. I don't freaking know how to say his name properly. But he was the Cabal one. He's probably the one I knew least about. So it took so long to figure out what his name was. But like, I couldn't ever figure out what his point was. Like, he was a Cabal commander of like a tank in Mars, but like, I don't know much else about him.
Okay.
I don't know what his importance was.
So now that I have spent 30 minutes trying to give you guys a basic backdrop, I am going to. So we're talking about the Cabal leaders. No, who are we talking about?
That Cabal leader.
Cabal leaders from D1, right?
Yeah.
Destiny
the
1.
strike boss on Mars. I think at that time they only had one strike per place.
Cabal. Okay, so we got Emperor Callus, Dominus Gaul, Princess Saital,
The hell is that?
Evocate General Amarath, Primus Shawl, Primus Ton, Volus Mul. God, these names are terrible. Maulus Turok, Volus Tulurn, the Consul, Brachus Zon, Freeborn. Are these just only D1 or D2 people? I think these are only.
Look up D1. Is it D1? That's what I'm looking for.
No, I know. I'm trying to find.
We're really like. I mean, we're only 40 minutes in. Maybe we can keep going. My shoot was over an hour, so as long as we hit that, we'd be good.
Really? Do you hear this, guys? He's literally only doing this for the sake of his video. What an asshole.
I'm doing it for an hour, so it's actually a podcast and not a simple talk.
Right wow. 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 Rude. Cabal.
The guy who wanted to play Destiny 1 try to talk while
Destiny
playing it.
2.
That would never
Destiny 2.
Yes, Destiny 2. The game we play every day. Or almost every day.
I don't play it every day.
Most days?
Yeah, most days.
Okay. Good, because you would not belong to this podcast if we didn't.
Okay, let me do this. Cabal enemies. So
I mean, I don't think we're either qualified to have a podcast like this.
Okay.
Might come and
wait, hold on.
I'm like, no, that's our stuff. Go
hold
away.
on.
Are you still looking him up?
No, I actually wait. Crap, that wasn't it. I'm trying to find. I am trying to look up enemies. I'm trying to look up notable enemies.
I just want to know that one. Like, who is he? Like, what is his importance? I knew the other one.
Okay, hold on. I
just
found
him.
it. No, I found it. So there's Brachus Thorn, Primus Shawl, the Scion Flares, Volus Turok. Oh, he was an asshole. I remember him.
Volus Turok?
Volus
Who
Turok.
is he?
He's the guy. He's from Mars, and he shot right. Why are you guys looking at that? I don't know why it was showing my other photos. That was stupid.
Alright then.
I don't know why it was showing my band photos. Sorry about that, guys.
It's just like you didn't notice the whole time. It's just band photos popping up.
Oh well, I don't really care. It's a photo. Volus Turok. He's from Mars. He basically
It's the strike boss.
Here's what is here. He is a strike boss. Yes. He shot rockets and a machine gun. His card says, from his armored seat of power, Volus Turok has claimed more ground on Mars than any known Cabal commander. His name is feared throughout Meridian Bay, and the tread marks left by his tank have come to signify the expansion of the Cabal's ever-widening exclusion zone. Volus Arn, Volus Turog, Volus Tulorn. He's from, and then Volus Malulal. He's the Volus Tulorn and Volus Malal. I'm saying these names wrong. I know it. They're the brothers, the tank brothers. One of them had like a fire fist thing, and the other one had like a mortar on his back.
Trying to remember that. Anyway,
here, I'll pull it up on screen.
So
this is what I can put on my screen, guys.
So
boom.
The one I'm thinking of, he was like basically he was the spearhead in the charge for taking over Mars and expanding their exclusion zone, basically, right?
I think that's Volus Turok, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. Like, is he the? He has
Because it says he's a Cabal commander. From his armored seat of power, Volus Turok has claimed more ground on Mars than any known.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was a son of a bitch, and I hated fighting him because his rockets and stuff were always so annoying.
You play D1?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what do you mean I played D1? Of course I did.
Well, I mean,
I think you and I were there. Yeah, we did the Prison of Elders together.
Me and you?
Yes. We were on Xbox.
Guys, you guys are literally hearing something I actually didn't remember.
Jesus, man.
I don't remember that.
Bad as your memory.
I haven't played Xbox in a while, so I mean, I haven't focused on my PC.
Even I remember that.
But there's that. Let's go on to the next question. What was number 4? Oh no,
Number
that
four.
that
Actually,
was
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna make that number 5. Number 4 will be what? What do you think about the exotics? Weapons,
okay.
armor, stuff.
So of course, my opinion is gonna change between D1 and D2. I'm gonna start with D1. I liked it. I believe the fact you see because exotics in D1 they actually did matter. Like for instance, Thorn. If anyone
Don't mention that name around me.
if anyone's played Destiny 1 year 1 and you went after Thorn in year 1, you know pain. You know pain. I'm not kidding. Like to have a score system where you basically had a positive, always have a positive KD, or else your freaking point system would go what was it? It was like you get 3 points if you win per kill, and then it's
I think
-5.
I hated dealing with it.
Yeah, basically it was +3 per kill, but it was -5 if you die. So it was so dumb. So if you get 2 kills. If you get 2 kills, you got 6 points. Yay. But if you got killed once, you lost 5, so you only got 1. And that was just, oh my god. It was painful. Painful.
My friend just sent me, another friend of mine, just sent me a update, an Overwatch kind of post thing. Yeah, we're switching to Overwatch real quick just to see this. Fashion forward, heroes rejoice. Starting tomorrow, you'll be able to change your skins at the start of a match.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god. That's actually really nice.
By the way, anyone not wondering what time this is the day before the Year of the Dog update.
That's not important.
What do you mean? We have new skins and so much other stuff. We'll probably get, like, if it's any good like last year, it'll probably be really good.
Oh, by the way, you
Most
were talking about the place on an Old Russia, right?
Yeah. Cosmodrome. I figured it out. Not catacombs. What am I thinking?
Old Russia, yeah.
Cosmodrome, not catacombs. I was close, but not really.
Yeah, the Cosmodromes. You're right. You're right.
You put it like that. You're right.
We watch too much Us.
Catchy song.
Let's go to question 4. Was that question 4 or question 5?
This would be it was supposed to be question 5, but I moved it to 4 because
Wait,
4 would be
what was question 4?
Question 4 was what do you think about the exotics?
Oh right, yeah. Oh, I never finished that. Hold on.
Talk about Thorn.
So yeah, we were talking about Thorn. So yeah, I liked how in D1 the exotics actually kind of mattered. In D2 they didn't, and most of them suck. Like let's be honest, Rat King's nice. I like the Rat King. I like the Rat King. I like the Risk Runner. I like
what's the secondary grenade launcher?
I don't know, but yes.
The single shot one?
Yeah, the single shot energy grenade launcher. The Tesla coil rocket launcher, that's really good. And there's one more that I know of. What is that? Oh, it's the other grenade launcher, the Prospector or the Prospect. It's one of the two. I really like that.
Was it the it was either Prospector or Prosecutor or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the two. But what's really nice about that is the fact of you can shoot 5 and they're basically like the sticky grenades from Halo.
As soon as you let go of the trigger,
yeah, but the thing is though, other than those few, most of them their perks kind of really suck and.
The colony, man. I don't play Crucible, but I just wonder how bad that is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like you just fire this is what I do. I just fire at the ground and I just let the little mines do what they want. I don't think they do as much damage as another grenade launcher, but imagine just seeing a little spider come up to you and just explode and you're somehow dead.
Yeah, but
you just got out of a sniper duel, you barely won, and then you just see a little tiny.
I do kind of like though that I mean there were exotics that were kind of more for PvP armor wise, but again it's like a Sunshot. Oh my god. Ugh. But the thing is that I want to talk about the exotic quests like Thorn, like the Chaperone.
D1 though, you're talking about D1.
Yeah, in D1, what it was always nice is usually the exotic quest gave you a weapon that did something, and the only one that stayed was the Mida multi-tool.
Oh yeah.
As weird, I mean, it's not that weird. It was a great, but I just see with Thorn, you had to work really hard, and what I really hated Bungie why did you just give it to people? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? That wasn't fair.
Wait, did they put it in like they gave you the quest thing, but it's like if you get an exotic engram, you get that as well?
No. At the end of year 2, I believe it was. I think it was the end of year 2 after the Dark Below, right before the House of Wolves came out. If you had any of the year 1 exotic quests, Thorn, Bad Juju, they just gave it to you. They just gave you the weapon. Yeah, and I remember. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry about that.
He's dying.
Yeah. So basically,
He's the only one he'll be a part of the podcast.
So yeah, like if you were like in the middle of that and you just gave up on it, you got the weapon. You got Thorn. Now, however, though, I think they did nerf it. I can't remember if they did or not. But the point is that they just gave it to you. So everyone who like it's like
Steam stuff.
It's like pre-ordering a game. Or not pre-ordering. Yeah, it's like comparing pre-ordering a game till waiting till it's like $5 in the $5 section of the store. You know?
Oh wow.
And it's just like
Duke Nukem Forever much?
Huh?
Duke Nukem Forever much, bro?
No.
that game goes like $1 at GameStop.
But still though, it's like that really didn't seem fair, you know? I mean, of course, I guess it's not really fair. It doesn't really matter. But it's like, those who worked hard, it's kind of like, well, what's the point? What was the point of, spending hours and hours and hours of work if you're not good at Crucible, but you actually wanted to try to strive for a weapon that is really, really good, I mean, I remember when I got Thorn, and then I finally started getting good at Crucible because of Thorn. Was like, hey, let's do Trials of Osiris, and I got teams together and we played Trials of Osiris, and Thorn helped. Thorn actually was a weapon that was worth it, but when you just give it out, then it's like, everyone's going to have it now. So it's like, what's the point? There's no fun out of it, It's like if you saw someone with the Thorn, you would think they're good,
Yeah. Yeah, back then I just got headshot a lot, and I didn't last long, so I gave up on Crucible pretty quickly.
Do you know what's in it? You know what's an exotic weapon I didn't get until the end of D1?
Huh.
Icebreaker.
Oh, yeah.
I did not get Icebreaker.
I tried really hard for that one. That was the only one I wanted.
Yeah, I didn't get Icebreaker until the very end of Destiny 1, and then there was no point because, it was insufficient. It wasn't necessary, and it only went to, what was it, 170 power? I think it was.
No,
Yeah. No, it was 170 because Icebreaker never made it out of year 1. It never got refurbished ever. It was the one weapon everybody wanted refurbished, but it never did. And then going into D2, though, the quest sucked. That's kind of where I was going with that. I mean, Mida was the only real good one. The Stern is crap. The Rat King is nice, but let's be real. Who actually teams up in fire teams of... Yeah, who actually does that? Like, you're going to have at least that one friend, maybe 2 friends that are like, fuck that. There's no Thorn equivalent, and then it's literally just those. And then there's still the thought of the Ace of Spades from D1. Everyone keeps saying that it's in the game. I haven't seen it at all. I don't know what people are smoking, but it's not in. I mean, because the thing with Cade, the treasure chest, but it's not there. I mean, he does wield the Ace of Spades, but, that doesn't mean anything. People think because he gives, like, the Ace of Spades, emblem and all that's what that means. It's like, well, maybe it's the teaser. Like, maybe Bungie's going to release the Ace of Spades in the future or an equivalent, maybe, but right now it's not. So, stop. It's not in the game.
Yes, exactly.
You got to trust this from 2 guys. I mean, I know I'm the one saying it, but you got to really trust this from 2 guys that play Destiny, like, hours and hours and hours of hardcore grinding. Like, we would know.
Yeah.
We would know. Like, we're
veterans of Destiny video game lore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We're veterans. We know what we're talking about. Now, we may not be experts on lore.
Like, just go up to someone like, hey, I just got D2. I didn't play D1. How was it? It was war, man. Grinding.
But, like, I mean, like I was going to say, like, we may not be experts on the lore, but we know, god darn, the gameplay. Like, it's right in front of you. Yeah. All right, I'm done with that.
You done with that?
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Go on with that one. What was your favorite exotic from D2? Not D1.
Okay, well, I do want to say, as much as I talked about Thorn, Last Word is my favorite from D1. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
And there's actually a funny story
D2.
about and from D2 from D2 I'm going to have to say I can't say Maida cuz that's a D1 original. Ooh. Give me a sec.
I would.
Because
I'll cover for you. I'll say myself.
yeah, you go on. You'd say.
My favorite would, though it's not my most favorite weapon in the game. There, I have another one for that one. Mine would be Sunshot. Not, I don't play Crucible with it, so don't get mad at me for.
No, Sunshot is really good for clearing out ads. It really is. I mean, you can get a headshot in it. It does explosive damage, and that clears them out. I don't blame you for that at all.
Yeah, it's a good.
I use it.
And it fires really quickly too. It reloads pretty quickly. So
oh yeah.
One, but it's not like I don't know. It's just it's pretty good all around, but it's not. It can't like replace every other weapon.
Yeah.
It's like a good middle ground, but doesn't excel in everywhere else.
Yeah. I'm almost there. I'm signing in on the Destiny app. I hate how you can't just
She go for the Destiny app.
because I have it equipped. I have my favorite weapon equipped. I know that.
Okay.
I apologize.
D1?
No, from D2. Okay. You can't access D1 on the app anymore. Which by the way, I fucking hate that.
Anymore?
Oh, I play D1. I do play D1.
Can you still?
Yeah, you still can.
Okay. Think anyone's in there?
Yeah, there's people still in there. People that, don't have money.
My mommy got me this for my birthday 2 months ago. Why is no one on?
Okay, so here it is. Now I use Mida 99% of the time now, but when I don't use Mida, I use the Vigilance Wing. That's what I couldn't figure out the name of it. The Vigilance Wing, that's a goddamn good fucking pulse rifle. Like, decent rate of fire, and it does the work. Crucible, PvP, PvE, great for raids. The thing is though, is you just gotta learn its timing. Once you learn its timing, its rate of fire, you're golden. Bring, dude. Body shot, headshot. It's bring, ba. I know it's weird sound effects, but that's the way I remember it. As weird as that is, but yeah, the Vigilance Wing. The Vigilance Wing is probably going to be my first. My second's going to be the Prospector. That's what it's called, the Prospector. And then the third is going to have to be Prometheus Lens and or Cold Heart.
Yeah, everyone was saying how Prometheus Lens was just overpowered and it's the most overpowered one in the game.
Oh yeah, but what made it dumb is when Xur sold it and everyone had it, and it was like Thorn. It was like everyone had it, and it was like, what do you fucking do?
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
Move on. Yeah, move on. But that Vigilance Wing.
Make some weapons for like certain classes. Like they had the Sunshot for the Hunter. They had what was the one for the Warlock? The exotic one in the beta.
Risk Runner. Yeah, Risk Runner.
Risk Runner, and then they had the Sweet Business for the Titan. And
Sweet Business. I'm gonna say this right now. You're gonna hate me for this. I look at Sweet Business like the super good advice. I'm not kidding. It's good and all, but again, whoop-de-doo. Sorry, go on. I just wanted to say that.
But it's funny how I see a Hunter with Sweet Business, I see a Titan with the Sunshot, and I see a Warlock with something else. Like it's not like with another. I see a Warlock with another Sunshot, Titan with a Sunshot, and a Hunter with a Sweet Business. It's funny.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. They just like something looks cool.
Yeah.
But like having like a minigun like that in the game, it was really fun. I liked it. I just like going against like a big boss, so I can just like hit fire without even caring.
Yeah.
But it ran out of ammo too quickly for my taste.
Talking about the super good advice, I want them to bring back machine guns or light machine guns. I want to know why they got rid of them, because they kept everything else and they added the rocket or the grenade launcher in place of the light machine gun. Did you notice? I mean, of course you noticed that, but like, yeah. I don't know, like. I never really liked using a light machine gun, but it was kind of nice differentiating, like using the Thunderlord.
There was really two types of it. Like there was the one that literally just vomited bullets, and then the other one that was like.
Yeah, but it was kind of nice. Like I would always like I used light machine guns for Crucible, and then I would use the rocket launcher for ads
It's kind of the opposite
or
for me. 'Cause
PVE.
I just like firing down a hallway with a
Yeah.
triple kill.
But Bungie, I know you're not gonna watch this, but if you do, please
Maybe
bring
one day.
back the light machine gun. It was beautiful. I'm not
You're like, "We
kidding.
did it. It's right there. It's right there. It's called Sweet Business. What are you talking about?"
That's not that's an auto rifle.
It's not the
It's
same.
so silly. It's an auto rifle. That's what I find so silly about it. It's an auto rifle.
Yeah, just go to the military. It's like, what war games do you play? I play Destiny. It's like you want to, like, okay, you want to fire a real auto rifle in real life? Yeah, freaking picks up the minigun in like the armory. This is an auto rifle.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine how hard it'd be to hold. Actually, maybe it won't be like so bad, but like, I bet the recoil will be terrible on that thing. By the way, we just reached the hour mark.
This is the last weapon I want to talk about. That's from D1 that I miss, and it's on screen right now, and I'm just gonna look at it, and I really miss the baby, and that is the Gajalahorn. The god rocket launcher that everybody wanted, and it was the fact
there's
that
only two things that I wanted in that game. Was the icebreaker and the Galahorn.
yeah.
The icebreaker at first, I liked sniper rifles first. Then I got tired of it, and then I wanted Galahorn. 'Cause everyone was saying how good it was.
You want to hear the funny story with me and the Galahorn?
Go ahead.
It's great. It's great. You'll laugh. So, I'm grinding the crap out of Crota, right? And I'm doing Crota week.
Phrase that any way they want. Go ahead.
I was doing the raid a lot.
Okay.
Don't think weird. Don't follow Daylon's foot. Don't follow the foot. Don't follow the footsteps of this hooligan. Okay, but I went on fire teams and I just kept doing the Crota. Shut up. But I kept doing Crota over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? And at last I complete Crota, I kill him, and I finally get the Galahorn, right? I finally don't have to use the Hunger of Crota anymore, and I get it, right?
Nice.
No joke. The very next week, Zur sold the Galahorn. And this was, I'm not kidding, this is like a couple months after, I don't remember when I was doing that grinding, but I do know it was for a few weeks. Because you can only do it 3 times, 1 on each character, and that was your week, you know? So you had to wait for the whole other week on the reset of Tuesday, you know, for it to reset so you could do it again. And I just remember having to struggle finding fire teams and all that. And I finally get the Galahorn. I'm like, yes, I finally got Galahorn. And then Zur sells it. Like a butt.
That's a nice, expensive, hard to get exotic. That would be a shame if I were to
sell it. Exactly. That should be like my trademark meme. God, that's gonna be my freaking profile picture.
How much time did you spend on getting that Galahorn?
Someone should make me, if someone makes me that meme and submits it to me, I will freaking make that my profile picture on my channel, on my social media. Oh, I'll do it for a while, because that defines Destiny 1 for me. I'm not kidding.
Destiny 1, yeah, Destiny.
And I didn't even get Icebreaker. You were saying Icebreaker. I didn't get Icebreaker until it was I'm going to go back, and I'm actually going to want to live stream it. Daylon, if you want to join me on the Xbox One one of these days.
I don't remember what my Xbox One is, or 360 is.
Oh, that's right. You played it on the 360.
Destiny 1 was 360. Xbox One was Taken King.
That's right. That's why I don't remember it, because that was a long time ago. I still have my Xbox 360 hooked up. It's right here.
What, like 4 years ago?
It was. Oh, God. It was 4.5 years ago. That was sophomore year for us.
People spend 4 years in the woods, and we spent 4 years.
But I want to live stream. I would like to live stream Destiny 1 with you. That'd be kind of fun. Like, we'll do VOG again or Crota, because that was on the 360. But anyways, though, let's move on. Unless you want to add to.
Last question. We're past the 1 hour mark, so anything past this, I'm pretty sure we'll be doing this for more than another half an hour. Really?
Maybe, yeah. I was looking at 2 hours,
last
but.
Question. We're probably gonna heated argument about this, and.
Well, say it.
We won't talk to each other for about another week until we do another. Number 5. Which is the better class?
You son of a. son of a bitch.
But I think we can just classify this pretty quickly. It's going back to what you said earlier, that Guardians aren't truly that different. Most of the thing that's different is their armor and kind of like how they use their powers.
So what he's talking about, I learned that the theory between Guardians is that it's not really, so technically speaking, I don't know if this is true, but I guess it's just like you like your powers kind of revolve around what you do exactly. So the Titans, they are the ones that defend the city walls. They're the ones that are like, the gunners at the top who defend against war, hence what State 14 did.
They're the walls.
Yeah, they defend the walls. The hunters are the ones that go out and they look for survivors, and they're the ones that bring them to the city. And then the warlocks, it's kind of obvious, they're the philosophers, they're the teachers, they're the ones who are doing all of the learning, right, experimenting. They're the philosophers, the scientists. They're the ones that are, the researchers. They're the ones that are actually learning about their enemies so that they can communicate between the other two classes. Now, going with that, what I pretty much thought was, technically speaking, the Guardians, their armor is based off of their job. That's how they're distinguished. Warlocks do what they do. They get warlock armor. Hunters, they get their armor because they're hunters. That's what they do, and Titans, etc. But
Titans get a slab of steel.
Yeah, they get slap of steel because they gotta, they have to have armor to take a punch, right? But technically speaking, wouldn't that mean all the Guardians have all the others' powers then? Technically, or
use it. Like they have the ability, but it's dependent on
and that's what I was saying. Like I believe it's based on the way you do
things. They each have a purpose.
Yeah.
Like Overwatch, there's attack and defense heroes. Like you can use them any way you want, really, but most tend to have a purpose for being there.
Yeah.
They will use their abilities for that reason.
Yeah.
This is why you don't be a Reinhardt on attack and try to charge in.
Yeah.
And charge in and try to be an attack Reinhardt. It doesn't work. Put your shield up Kyrian, and don't charge in and blame me for being Hanzo and dying.
But basically though, I'm gonna write this question down before I forget it. Sorry.
This will be the intermission of the podcast. What? Please go get your drink, snacks, bow, while we focus on this last thing.
Okay. So back. We're back. Intermission over. Okay. So, but basically though, as far as which class do I think is the best, it's hard. It's really hard because
I guess I can
the trio supports all fields that are very necessary. So it's kind of really hard to say this one's better or this one's more necessary than the others. Titans defend the city. They're the ones that protect everybody. The hunters are the ones that get the people to the safety of the Titans. And then there's the warlocks, right? And then there's the warlocks who give the knowledge to the Titans and the hunters on basically, look, this is what this enemy is. This is how you kill it. Kill it.
I'm pretty sure over time they'll learn themselves, but
well, of course, but
warlocks is a bit more like.
Well, I want to let me read the Grimmer cards from Destiny 1 on the classes.
Kind of rechange the question a bit.
Okay.
Just well, I mean, it's gonna basically be a whole new question.
Okay.
But do you want to research it?
Okay. Well, yeah. Let me say these real quick. It's on screen for you guys for Daylon's channel.
Just listen.
Yeah, just listen. I'm sorry.
You're gonna listen anyway.
Titans. So Titan, strive for honor, stand for hope. Titans are warriors, heroic defenders of the light, channeling the gifts of the traveler to wage war on the darkness. Steadfast and sure, Titans face any challenge head on, blunt force instruments of the traveler's will. Basically, self-explanatory. They're the ones that do the fucking punching. They're your meathead of the squad. The hunter. Our old worlds have grown feral, rabid beasts with teeth of rust and ruin, but such beasts are meant to be tamed or broken. Hunters stalk the wilderness beyond the city, harnessing the light to reclaim the secrets of our lost worlds. They are daring scouts and stealthy killers, expert with knives and precision weapons. Hunters blaze their own trails and write their own laws.
Before you go into Warlock,
basically self-explanatory. Just look at Cade.
They're sneaks. They're the assassins of the thing. But it's funny how like they say, oh, they're silent, they hunt you, and they're basically like you can play any character and like just run around and start punching or hitting enemies, and it'd be about the same. And like you could hide as a hunter or a titan, they'll still see you from a mile away for some reason.
Yeah.
It's like it's a definition. It's just a title. You're whatever you do with it is
No.
fine.
You're mistaken. It's called game mechanic.
A game again, sure, but like you want to punch something, or like you want to run up and punch something, you can do that any character. You want to just shoot someone far away, you can do that any character.
Warlock isn't a punch. Warlock is.
It's a freaking force push. I don't care. It's something. It's running up and meleeing them.
I'm just saying, man. And the hunter in D1 was just a knife.
It still isn't. Well, I mean,
in D2, depending on what subclass, it's a punch or a knife.
It's like hunters aren't as strong as titans. Freaking, they still one punch most enemies.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's like playing Doom. I just like going up to shit and punching it. Just like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
You're the titan.
Yeah.
I like how they have a exotic gauntlets for the titan, where it's like the more enemies you have around you, the more increased melee range and damage you do. I'm like, start punching everything.
Yeah.
Just jump in the middle, start punching them all.
All right, let me read this. Let me read this last one, then you can restate the question. So,
it's not bored. Let's just skip it.
Warlock, we have found new ways to weaponize curiosity, pathways into the darkness. Warrior scholars of the light, warlocks devote themselves to understanding the traveler and its power. A warlock's mind is an arsenal of deadly secrets, balanced between godhood and madness. On the battlefield, those secrets can shatter reality itself. Basically, their knowledge, the warlock's knowledge, is what fuels.
It's basically mind, matter, grace.
Right. And let me just say, guys, you should really, if you guys really want to know more about lore, again, me and Daylon aren't the experts, but me and him, I learned. I mean, I know a little more lore than Daylon, but I know it because, like I said, I take the imagination, I put it together in my own aspect. But if you really want to learn the fact-based lore, just go read. Shut up. Go to the Grimmer cards. I'm on TRN Destiny DB Tracker Network, and they have the Grimmer database. Just look that up and read these cards, and you'll get a lot of it. Like, for instance, if I want to look up, you go to Grimmer, right? And you go to Allies. Go to Allies and go to Osiris has his own card. I didn't know that.
I mean, he's one of the most famous freaking guardians of the thing.
I know. Let me go to.
If a simple Cabal could get one, he's gonna have one.
Let me go to. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know where he's located.
No one does. He's in the Infinite Forest.
I was gonna say you could look up Saint 14 because there's a card for him, but I don't know where to find him.
He punched his own card to oblivion.
Iron Lords. Let me. I don't know if it's Tower Allies. I don't think it is. Shiro 4. I can't find him, but I can't find him. Okay, since I can't find him, let me just go to Osiris since he has his own card. Spoiled brat. But so yeah, you can look up Osiris, disciples of Iris. This is Brother Vance.
I never thought I'd hear the day another warlock calls Osiris a spoiled brat.
I'm kidding. But so yeah, I mean, you can just look up and just read about Osiris. Now, just keep in mind this card of Osiris. There's no Grimmer cards in D2. This is just D1's look on Osiris. They didn't even show Osiris until D2. They talked about him though. I mean, this is Brother Vance. This is Brother Vance. It's supposed to be. But
Just let me know when you're
oh yeah. So that's basically that.
Side question for this one.
Okay, yeah, let's do the side question. That's pretty much it. Just look up
which class would you rather not fight? You have say you had to fight all three of them. Which one would you rather fight? Want to fight the least?
Okay. So, is it alright if I take my opinions with theory lore into this?
It's just however you see it, really.
Okay. So,
regardless, you'll have to fight them.
I like to think the Warlock. And it's the reason why I personally like the Warlock, because I feel like the Warlock has the ability to do mind games. And mental mind games are what really do damage to warriors. You know, the PTSD thing, etc., etc. Because if you're a warlock, and if your power is revolved around knowledge and thoughts,
You know how to toy with them.
yeah, and you have the ability to twist their fears and turn it against them, and you can make them practically kill themselves, I would have to go with the warlock. At the fact that, you know, yeah, a titan is the strength. You can outpower that, though. The hunter is the stealth, the invisibility, but you can go around that. But if you have an enemy that can turn its enemies against themselves, that is true power, and that is true fear.
Now, this is my opinion. I'd rather not fight the Titan, mainly because I don't want to because they're bigger than everyone else, and they've been punching Cabal in the face. The Cabal are like literally giant piles of meat.
Keep in mind, though, how tall Cabal really are from the cinematic in D2.
Yeah, they're really, really tall.
They are freakishly tall. They're 8
But
feet.
Titans can still punch them
They're
pretty
5
badly.
Right.
And they've been punching like most of their kills are punches.
Yeah.
Punching you, by the way, you're not a guardian fighting them. This is who you are now fighting them.
Yeah.
Given a warlock, I don't see much of a warlock. Like, they could probably outsmart you. I don't see them much twisting your mind towards that direction. Like, they don't have illusion powers or something.
But here's the thing, though. Warlocks, you see, the way I like to think about it is each class, they get their powers based on a door into the power of the light that they have the ability to unlock. For instance, the Titans unlock the door to the strength power. The Hunters unlock the power to, you know, like... Stealth, exactly, stealth. And then the Warlocks unlock the gate into the mind power. Hence the fact that they're the only ones... I take that back. The Hunters have Shadow Shot, or they have Night Stalker, but the Warlocks... Well, I mean, they're all pure energies, but the Warlock uses,
they're all the
like...
same by now. They're
yeah.
powers.
But like Voidwalker. Oh, no. Perfect example. Sunsinger. The ability to ability to self-res. Like, that is extremely different from the other ones. Oh, extremely different. So different.
You say that, but I can guarantee you, anyone that goes into Crucible, the second they hear a ding, they run away.
Oh, from a gunslinger?
No, from a freaking Titan hammer.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's the most dangerous. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, though...
I'm pretty sure people still run in fear from it.
No, I'm just saying how significantly different it is. The fact that it's the only one of its kind. That's my point. So in that aspect, if they unlock the door to certain power ability, then you would think, you know, they're the teachers, they're the mind.
What I would think is, it really depends on who you're fighting, because you can fight Hunter and Titan. You can fight any one of them. But if you're fighting like the lowest ranking warlock, that won't scare you. You're fighting the lowest ranking Titan,
of course. But that's the thing is you need add context. Do you want to fight? Who would you rather fight? Osiris, Saint 14,
Saint 14 fucking headbutted a fallen
or the hunter Vanguard, who isn't really that well known, and pretty much all we know is he was really stealthy and he was a really good hunter. As far as what he's done,
he'll probably get you. To be fair, I'm pretty sure every single one of these guys can beat us up now.
But the thing is,
I just don't like the idea of a really
now,
powerful Titan coming after me.
Let's leave that question up to you guys. Who would you guys really rather fight? Would you rather fight Saint 14, old Titan Vanguard, Osiris, old Warlock Vanguard, who's been banished because his philosophies scare the shit out of everybody, or the Hunter Vanguard, who's, I forgot his name and all that.
Even his death was stealthy, because no one really knew.
By the way, keep in mind how the Warlock Vanguard's still alive. Just saying. Or how Osiris is still alive.
He lost in the Infinite Forest. He didn't fight against a fallen guy. He just kind of stood there and walked around a bit.
Now,
first time, by the way.
I wrote a question down. I wanted to get in my questions. I wrote
I don't remember Osiris reading that Osiris headbutted a fallen kill to death.
No, he's just violent. Okay, again, that's brute force. That's what a Titan is defined as, is a brute force warrior.
Warlock doing that every day.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. if I was a warlock with the ability to do mind powers, I would take. If I really hated guardians, I would make Saint 14 bash his own skull fucking in. If I was a bad guardian, think of it that
Really
way.
think you can intimidate Saint 14?
I'm just saying if the warlocks had that ability. If
Don't,
you,
so don't oversay what
we don't know that. But here's the thing: the way guardians are classified, it's very possible. Again, guys, this is theory. This all probably bullshit.
Power with the light. It's all in the wielder. Like you gotta fear.
I know.
The light. You gotta fear the wielder. It's just the light's just a sword. You gotta fear the person using it.
Okay.
It's like every freaking samurai movie I ever watched. The sword doesn't matter. It's the wielder.
It's the way you use it. It's the way you use the weapon and not based on the weapon itself. But all right, we need to move on. And it's kind of going. My question kind of goes to this. It's we kind of made it obvious on our answers, Daylon, but I want to take deep thought into this based on our personalities, etc., etc. What would you classify yourself as between Titan, Hunter, and Warlock?
I was going with like what I feel like I would resemble mostly. I think I know it right away. I don't know about you. I think you said you were a bit skeptical. Like you were. Like you wanted to be a warlock, but you don't think you had what it would be to probably more like a hunter. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said I would. I see myself as a warlock, but if warlock, you see, here's the thing: the way I look at warlocks and the way they kind of describe it as is like warlocks are the learners, so they're the ones that stay behind the walls. Well, that's not true. If warlocks,
it's not Osiris.
Of course, but if warlocks mainly just stayed behind the walls but still went to go battle, then yeah, that would be me. Of course. But if warlocks, if they're indoors 99% of the time and they barely get any field work, then no, I don't see myself as a hunter. I want to be the guy that goes out there and I want to
much to research.
I want to
back of the base anyway, so.
Yeah. And the thing is that I want to be able to kick ass and save people. And that's really what a hunter is. Going out and saving people and bringing them back.
I like how you simplify your thing. It's like you have to research so much stuff, you have to learn so much stuff. If I'm a Titan, I just wake up one morning like, I wonder how many enemies I can kill with one arm today.
Who can I punch the shit out of today? What Cabal boss can I go melee the shit out of?
I honestly try. Like every time I see a boss, I'm like, I'm gonna punch it. Even I know.
Oh yeah.
Like even if I know by one punch won't do it.
No, dude, everyone's done that with Atheon, with Crota, with all strike bosses. It's just something we do.
Punch you right in the face too, like.
But going back to the question, what would you truly? I've kind of stated. I guess it would be Warlock as long as I'm not doing a 99 to 1.
You probably won't, to be honest. Just trust me.
But here's the thing though. I'm very smart. I'm more educated. I'm not very strong. I'm not stealthy. I don't have the ability to shoot precision, but I have the knowledge, which I believe is why I would be a Warlock.
Sure every guardian, to be honest. You have to learn how to shoot.
Titans are meathead motherfuckers.
That can bash in the skulls of every enemy they come across. They
don't
care about how to trick the mind.
Don't forget, they bash them in very strategically.
Yes, each finger must enter the head at one time.
Like a bowling ball.
No, it's a finger. Like,
but
the knuckles.
I've said what I believe I could be. What would you be?
I'd be a Titan.
Why?
Because I'm just that headstrong, basically.
I know,
I'm not the smartest one. I'm not the one coming with strategies. I'm just the more durable kind of person, I guess.
No comment.
You don't know me, so you can't say anything about it.
You
don't know me.
My next question.
Who's the one who played football and survived?
You.
Case closed. Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need. Prove my case.
Dude, I can't play football.
Okay, that's why you're a warlock.
All right.
Books, you nerd.
Now, this is a question we've talked about before, and just kind of, I know. Just 2 more questions. Okay, if you were to be part of one of the armies, you could be whatever you want in one of the armies. Which army would you?
Or like in the Destiny? Oh, wait, you mean alien armies?
Yeah, I'm sorry. In the alien armies, if you were to choose, if you were to be in one of the alien armies, you could be whatever rank you want. You could do whatever you want. Which army would you be? What would you be in the army, and what would you designate yourself to be? Oh, and you can't really just say a Kel. if there's already a
You have to,
designated
like, prove
Kel.
why you'd be a Kel. Like, you'd be able
Yeah,
to match
exactly.
everyone.
Yeah, you can't be
Um,
like, you can't say like, oh, I would want to be the Kel of the House of Devils.
Oh my God, Steven, stop going online. Oh, okay, that's the wrong picture. Go back to that. It was literally just Mercy, like what was the thumbnail I used for another video? It was pretty funny. I'd probably be a Cabal gladiator, like those not I mean like not the one with the sword. Actually, I don't know. Probably something with like a Cabal ranked. I don't know, a high-ranking gladiator within the Cabal because I'm not. I don't have a lot of brain power. I don't think I have enough to run a be a commander.
Well, you say a gladiator. Are you just talking about like you're a battalion leader? Like you have your commander and you have a battalion leader. So you'd be basically like you'd be a general for a Cabal commander.
The problem is though is that
Does that make sense?
I don't think I have the mind power to be that.
So you would
I
be
probably like the muscle.
so you would just be a very, very popular soldier in the Cabal army. You would be like Spartacus, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Well, Spartacus was a general.
Spartacus did kind of run the whole thing though. So
okay, so you would be like the
mind wise of him though.
You would be a Spartacus in the Cabal
Of the Cabal,
Empire.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would be because I'm not. All the other ones like, the Fallen, Vex, probably not. Taken, I don't see myself in that. Hive, no.
I can't really.
I'm more Cabal.
I can't really see you having a point to be in the Taken army because the only reasonable position is the Taken King.
It doesn't matter. You weren't given a choice in that matter.
Exactly, you're taking over. So it's again, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter. Now I do want to say if I was to pick an army, it would be the Vex, and I say that because
I'd rather not know what you're doing 24/7.
Well, well, you're a robot. It doesn't really. It's not like it matters. But here's the thing.
Still,
to the Vex, death is not real. Death is not something they compute.
So you're basically living a boring life because you never die. You just be rebirthed.
Well, the thing is let me continue. I would want to be the Vex, and it's for the fact of death is a joke, and I would want to be someone like Panoptes from Destiny 2, not because Panoptes was a reality protector of the Vex.
Reality mind.
Yeah, basically. But I would want to be. I want to be the Vex god of space. Of space. Hold on a second.
It's pretty vague. I mean, or it's very similar to something else, but.
But yeah, I would want to be. If
you were to be something in each, how about this? If you were to be something in each army, like what would you be? Like you had to be in each army, but like you had to choose what you want to be.
Okay.
What do you think?
So for the Vex, I would want to be a space. The space.
A mind. You want to be a mind.
I want to be. Yeah, I want to be the space mind. I don't know if there is one, so that's kind of why I'm saying it, and that's because.
If I were to be Vex, I'd probably be matter.
A what?
Mind of matter.
Oh, the mind of matter. The ability to bend all matter in existence to your will.
Into a robot with ease. Like how I seriously think that the boss in the Strike in Destiny, he's the mind of matter or something. He changed Asher's arm into something else.
He didn't change it. He got it. Didn't he have it ripped off?
No, his arm was changed into the robot thing.
Oh.
That thing was his arm until the mind of that changed it.
Okay. For the Fallen, excuse me, guys. So for the Fallen, I would probably want to be kind of like what you said with the Cabal. I'd probably just want to be a strong captain. Probably a captain general that works for the Kel. And I'd probably want to work for, honestly, the House of Devils, just for the sake that the Devils are the leading. No, Kings. I would want to work for the Kings since Sepix is dead and Ziva kind of fucked the Devils. Sepix perfected.
He was the one for the Devils, right?
Yeah, Sepix perfected was the one who was.
There was the House of Kings, House of Wolves, House of Winter, House of Devils. Is that the only ones we've done so
Uh,
far? House of Exile.
House of Exile. So Devils, Kings, Judgment, Winter, Wolves.
Oh wait, that's the other guy, isn't it? The one that's on your side.
Yeah, Kings. Oh God, Kings, Devils,
Winter.
Winter, Judgment, Wolves, and
Exile.
Exile. Exile is the I don't remember.
It's the main one in D2. Basically.
Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna say this right now: the guy that killed the Hunter Vanguard before Cade, it was Tanix the Scared.
Tanix, that's what it was.
Scared or
Scarred?
I think it's Scarred. Yeah,
No,
it's Scarred.
Tanix the Scared. He's the famous killer.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit.
But yeah, it would probably be for the Fallen. It would be just a high ranking captain that works for the House of Kings Kell, whoever that is. Okay, so who is
this
next?
might have been like the last really question we have to.
It is.
Answer all of them, but
Okay.
we have
Yeah, so we're gonna finish this up and then we will call it quits.
we'll
So
leave it off on a question, then just
the next enemy is the Hive. I'll let you start with this one.
I don't see myself being a wizard or a witch. Probably just be an ogre, to be honest.
An ogre? Yeah, that makes sense.
Like the abomination, basically. Well, maybe not the abomination, but like that something of that power for an ogre.
Well, I could see if I was to see myself as one, I would see myself as nothing more than probably a alkalite. But I would want to be a knight general.
Actually, I'd probably be a knight. I'd probably be a knight. To be honest.
Yeah, a knight.
Not a
Actually,
knight,
no, not a knight general, but just a high superior
Just
knight.
a high, very famous knight.
Yeah,
like
just
a prince.
Hive
Prince.
not a hive prince. You can't be a hive prince. You can't be a hive prince. That's impossible.
Rules taken.
Pretty much, yeah.
They can make more.
They pop up more babies. No, but basically a high-ranking knight. The Vex we've already answered. The Cabal.
I don't think I answered, did I?
You did answer. You said you would be the Mind of Matter.
Okay, yeah.
So Cabal, you said you would want to be a gladiator in the Cabal Empire.
Basically the Spartacus of the things. I don't see myself being a strategist because I'm not that smart.
Yeah, I would probably, if I was to want to pick a spot, Cabal is hard
because Cabal they're more like might than mind over. They're more matter over mind.
I would honestly have to agree with you on being just like a gladiator or a high superior warrior, because I think
still pretty, like,
I think to be part of a civilization that believes that you can't return home. I mean, this is obviously the way it was, but the one that takes it more seriously, like retreat is not an option. If you think of retreat, you are dead. Like you will be killed by your own people, and
you're
that's
basically lower than any other.
Yeah, and if you get killed, that's just the way it was.
War beast.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing for the Cabal.
Like, if there's a war beast that has no claws but has the will to fight, it's more of something in the army than you are.
Yeah.
With all the best armor and stuff.
Now, I'm gonna skip the Taken because I feel like there's no point of being in the Taken army. If you're part of the Taken army, you're not even anything. You're just a wiped out piece of existence, and you've been and the only relative position is Oryx, the Taken King, and he's dead. But
sisters.
Yeah, all right. The last
like something of the favorite for like each.
Now here's a question that it kind of goes with the Fallen, but would you want to be part of the Ziva experiments?
I don't think so. It's just like hell to be that.
It's just augmentation. It's just genetic or mechanical and genetic augmentation.
I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't think so. I just don't think so. Because the way they look like it looks like it's very tough to do anything really.
Yeah, I understand.
Was I'd rather not be connected to that machine.
Well, I guess that's really it, guys. I hope you liked our shit show.
Leave off the question.
Oh yeah. The question.
You think of one, or you want me to say one that I have?
I don't have a question. Let's. What's the question for our viewers?
Well, it's a very simple one. It goes back to number 4. We answered, What is your favorite exotic and why?
Yeah, that's a good one. What's your favorite exotic and why? That is simple. I like it. So,
Because it's, I mean, not crazy. Something we're not asking to solve the Destiny lore or something.
yeah. And here's the thing. It doesn't have to be a weapon. It could be an armor. You know,
Yeah.
Mine was Light Beyond
It's
Nemesis.
favorite exotic, basically.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching podcast number 1 for Destiny. Thank you, Daylon, Mr.Scarywaffle, for allowing me to bug the shit out of you with my bullshit.
I think it was the other way around for this podcast. You actually look back on it.
I mean, honestly, it's always fun to share opinions because this is how the lore is created. The community shares and they create, you know, what it turns into.
Do we classify as the community or any sort of voice in the community?
Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to.
That's where we have to figure that out later.
So, yeah, thank you guys. I hope you like this podcast. I know it's not a gaming live stream where we play games. You can watch us fail epically.
Probably another time though.
Of course, yeah. I mean, we might play Destiny and still talk about the lore, and we'll do it in an aspect where we're not necessarily playing the game, but we are, you know, going plan to plan. I would like to hop on Destiny 1 and talk about the lore because there's more things to show on Destiny 1 currently than there is Destiny 2.
Just give it time.
But anyways, guys, please hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you want to see more podcasts in the future. Hit the little bell icon if you want to get notifications if you're currently already subscribed. Go over to Mr.Scarywaffle's channel. Hit that subscribe button on his channel. Show some love and support. I'm pretty sure he has his social medias posted on there, somewhere on there. Go follow him, whatever he has on there. So, yeah, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.
And guys, just remember one thing. I am just a tyke. Alright, bye guys.
Peace!